YouTubers, and welcome to a new video of Arepas for Dinner. So, for the ones who don't know me, my name is Andrea and I do videos about my life in the Czech Republic and about my life in general. My videos are also very related to food, so if you like this subject, you're gonna love my channel, so make sure to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. So in today's video, we're actually gonna be talking about what happened almost 3 years ago, that is when I moved to the Czech Republic. What made us move here and how was the entire experience of moving here. So today, we have actually a story time. So what I suggest you for a story time is go grab some snacks, go grab a drink, or go do something while this plays in the background, because this is ready to entertain you. So that's it. Let's start with the video. So everything started in between August and September of 2017. We were both, my husband and I, working and living in the US when we realized our visas were getting to an end. We tried to see the possibilities of extending our American visas. We were living in Miami, Florida, not in Miami, in West Palm Beach, Florida, and we tried to extend our visas, but there was no really way around it because my husband had a J1 visa, and those types of visa don't let you really apply for any other type of visa for, I think, 1 or 2 years after. So, after living in US for so long, we had to leave. That was kind of devastating. We knew it was going to happen, but when it arrived, it was quite hard to decide. Jan didn't want to come back to the Czech Republic for a very simple reason. There's no beach in Czech Republic, and he loved living in a place that had a beach. So we thought about Canada maybe, but then we had to deal with visas again. So after all, I convinced him to come to the Czech Republic because his family was here. His family was actually from Prague, so we could be living in a big city anyway. And after all, we together decided that that probably was the best option for our family. And we made the arrangements for moving to Czech Republic. So we had two options. We could move when the visa was over, that was February, or we could move in December. The thing is, the idea of moving in December was actually logical because we wanted to spend Christmas in Czech Republic anyway. So it made absolutely no sense for us to come all the way to Czech Republic, as expensive as it is, just to come back to work for 1 or 2 months and then move again. So we decided that it was better just to cut short the visa and come to Czech Republic in December. By December, we've been married 8 months, and even though we had a teeny tiny honeymoon in Florida, we didn't have a proper honeymoon. So we decided that we were gonna put together the Christmas, the moving to Czech Republic, and the honeymoon all in one. So big thing. So by then, we had so much like furniture and things, and I've been moving so much because before that I lived in Spain, and then I lived in Miami, I lived in Orlando, I lived in Caracas. I just lived in so many places that we literally didn't want to trash our things. So we hired a moving company and we shipped everything to Czech Republic. Everything took about 2 or 3 months, and it wasn't as expensive. We didn't really send furniture, just like kitchen appliances and those types of things. And yes, you can use your American kitchen appliances here. You just need a voltage converter that is a little box that you can buy in Amazon. So if you're moving from America to Europe, you can totally do it. I will just advise you to contact me through Instagram and just ask me about each appliance, and I will let you know if it works or it doesn't, because we had to do the homework to buy those little things and make sure that the things we were shipping were gonna work. Well, we started selling everything in US, and US is a country where money moves a lot. That means people spend a lot of money and people make a lot of money. So it's a consumist economy. That means that if you're moving away and you're selling everything in your house, everything is gonna be sold. I'm talking about like the trash bin, everything got sold in my house. I think we made almost $1,000 on like little items only in the house. It was insanely good. So we sold pretty much everything, and Jan gave his notice in his work. You only have to give notice 2 weeks in advance, I believe, and that's what we did because, you don't have that fourth thing when a person has to say 2 months, you don't have to do that there. So he did his 2 weeks, and we finished packing. I think he had to work pretty much until like 2 or 3 days before really moving to Europe, so he was working right until then. And then we sold the cars. His truck was the hardest thing to sell. I mean, I think we cried and everything when we sold it. We sold it to an 18-year-old kid that was getting his first car, and we were so sad. But, we couldn't take the truck here. We actually did the math and the investigation, but it's quite not expensive to ship it here, but then you have a lot of taxes. The thing is, we decided, but mainly me, that we could connect then the trip to moving to Czech Republic with the honeymoon, right? And that honeymoon, I mean, I wanted to take place in Paris. I know that for many Europeans, or Europeans in general, don't find Paris as exotic because it's here, and that makes sense. That's the same for us. If you say we're going on honeymoon to Miami, it would be like, okay, like it's fine, but it doesn't sound as exotic. Well, the thing is that Jan had never been in Paris just because, well, I think it's for the same reason that I've never been in Bogota. It's like so close to home that even if the place is amazing, you just don't go to visit, right? So I decided to plan the entire honeymoon in a very short period. I told him that I would much rather do a very high-end honeymoon than a very long honeymoon. So instead of doing 10-day or a week honeymoon, we actually only stayed 4 nights in Paris, but we stayed in a 5-star hotel. We went to all the Michelin star restaurants. We moved in taxi through all the city. Like, we did this like super high class, high end Paris, and I think is a trip to remember. Like, honestly, was like the best trip of my life. Like, it was literally 100% honeymooning, 100%. So after our honeymoon was over, we arrived to Czech Republic. By the way, when we were in the honeymoon in Paris, we literally had 3 suitcases, 3 big ass suitcases, each of us. So it looked very funny that somebody who's going for a honeymoon of 4 days in Paris arrives with so many suitcases. But we were moving, and that's how it works. So after that, we arrived to the Czech Republic, and by then it was more or less Christmas time. But just before Christmas, I had lined up an interview with this big company. I'm not going to mention the name. That I worked with for a long time here. It was more like a call center. They call it whatever they want, but it was a call center. I just didn't know it was a call center. But the thing is, I had my interview with them. They liked me. They accepted me. So even before moving to Czech Republic, I already had a work lineup. The pay was not great, but I thought Czech Republic was not that expensive. It is. So be aware of that. But yeah. The thing is that we spent Christmas in Jan's parents' house. It was my first Czech Christmas. We had the carp with the potato salad and the soup and everything delicious that you have in Christmas here. We did the exchange of the presents, kind of Venezuelan style. But one of the best parts of this Christmas being here is that my sister back then was studying in Milano, in Italy. So she was able to make it for Christmas to spend it with us. This was the first Christmas that I spent apart from my parents. We didn't always spend Christmas in Caracas. We sometimes spend Christmas in Miami as well, but this was the first Christmas that I didn't spend with my parents. So it was nice to have at least my sister around, but I know that made my parents very sad because they didn't have any of us. So I think it was kind of hard for them, so they did another trip. I don't know. That was kind of like a weird Christmas. But yeah, Christmas passed. It was very nice. After it, we tried to go out, but it was just ridiculous, and I think we ended up like in a very trashy bar. I don't know. It was not very nice. And then New Year was much better because we've rented an Airbnb. We didn't want to be staying with Jan's parents because if you don't know, Czech Republic, especially Prague, to be honest, Prague, people live in very small apartments in general. They usually are what they call 3 plus KK or 3 bedrooms and kitchen. And one of the bedrooms is the living room. So literally it's just 2-bedroom apartments. So Jan's brother was here, he was here, my sister was here, and I was like, we don't fit there. And we were coming from US, so we had money to spare, we had a lot of savings, so we could rent this super nice Airbnb apartment where all of us could fit and have our own rooms and everything. Bathroom, no, because you usually have only 1 bathroom per flat, so that's the thing. And back then, we decided to make New Year in our apartment, and Jan called pretty much all his friends, and they came to the Airbnb rented, and we were having a party there. Funny enough, around 11 p.m., somebody rang the bell that we were being too loud. This was New Year's, by the way, but well, okay, doesn't matter. And we spent there the time, but when the time came to say the Happy New Year, we actually went to the streets because Prague gets on fire in New Year, and I literally wanted to see that. I'm not afraid of fireworks whatsoever, so I was just very excited. I just put on a jacket that I wouldn't care if it would not get burned. It's not like it's gonna get burned, but you don't wear your best jacket for that type of event. And it was amazing. We were like drinking champagne from the bottle. It was one of the best like New Year's that I've had. Probably it was just this like gigantic festival. It was great. You know, the time passed. I was supposed to start in this new company, but I literally told them that I couldn't start when they told me because I had a ski trip planned. And by the way, I didn't know how to ski, which is very important for the story. So while my sister was still here, Jan took us to ski for one day because we booked a trip to Les Cibeles in France for 10 days, and I didn't know how to ski. And we were going for with a big group of like youngsters. Everybody was in their 20s, so it was going to be like this huge thing organized by a thing called Big Snow Jam or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm going to put the name here so you all can reference that. So we first went to a small mountain here in Czech Republic to try to ski, and I was like, how hard can it be? It was terrible. We were not falling because both my sister and I are very sporty girls, so we had like very strong thighs, and when you have very strong thighs you don't fall as much. But we were unable to ski despite not being able to fall. It's even worse because you're like standing just like going straight, killing yourself. So we were doing that for an entire day, and after that, okay, we are going to Les Cibeles and we're gonna be skiing there for 10 days. And I was like, this is gonna be a nightmare, but we have to do it. I think it was for the 10 days with the hotel and the ski pass, it was like $300 per person. Crazy cheap, right? Compared to US, it's like, that's like one day of skiing in US. So, never ski in US, I just use a reference. So, we went to Les Cibeles, and I remember being in a bus full of people. Everybody was drinking in the bus. It was so weird. It was like being in a school trip, but with like drunk people. It was so weird. And they were playing like Czech films of skiing and snowboarding. It was pretty funny. And once we got there, I decided to take an instructor because I knew I was not going to be able to ski. My sister then was already in Italy, but while we were there, we convinced her to just like come, sneak in our cabin, and just stay with us for a couple of days, and that she did. And we were skiing, kind of dumb skiing. Like Jan would be going with his brother and other friends up the hill, and we would be like in the baby slope. But it was fun, and eventually I kind of learned how to ski. More than kind, I actually have kind of videos. I'm gonna maybe put the videos here so you can check out how not that bad I was skiing. And that was like the introduction to Czech Republic. By the way, by then I was making videos for YouTube. I just tried it for a little bit and then I stopped because I started working in this company and I just stopped it. And it was silly for me to stop it, but you know, if you want to check out those videos, I'm going to leave them at the end of this video so you can check that out. Okay, so after that trip was over, we went back to Czech Republic and to Prague, and we started hunting for an apartment. Back then, that's almost 3 years ago, like 2 years, 9 months ago. It was quite easier to find an apartment. The prices were still high, but it wasn't that hard as it is today to find an apartment. So we looked to many, and finally we found one in Nowe Udovice that was completely new. We were going to be the first tenants, and we were like, this is perfect. This is what we want. It had 2 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms was perfect for my sister or my parents when they would come visit, and it was right next to the metro, and that was ideal for us at that specific point in life. And I just simply started working. Jan looked for a job. He found a job pretty fast. I think in 2 months he already had a good job with a very good salary, and we were very happy about that. It's quite easy to find job here in Czech Republic. Not quite easy to find a good paying job, but it's easy to find a job. So now we were both working, and that year that we moved, literally pretty much all the friends of Jan turned 30. So we were invited pretty much every weekend. We had an amazing birthday party in someone's cottage, or it was just this like party that wouldn't stop, this roller coaster that wouldn't come down. And that's how it all started. That was the first phase that we saw of Czech Republic. My parents came to visit only in April after we moved. So it was so soon after we moved. It was all great. And that was the first impression we had of Czech Republic. I loved the food immediately since I moved. I tried to learn the language since I moved. And that was harder. I kind of like quit and take it back many, many times. Now I think I'm a little bit better than before. No, I know I'm better. But I'm not great yet. And yeah, the first impression of Czech Republic was total amazement. I loved winter to the point that right now is fall and I'm just like sleeping with the window open at night. It's like 7 degrees and I'm like, please, make it winter, make it negative. I want more cold in this room. I'm such a cold addict for some reason. Maybe it's the amount of AC that we had when we were kids. I'm not sure why, but like I love winter in Czech Republic. I love the food in the Czech Republic. It's one of my favorite things about this country. And as well, the mate type of friendship, you know, the friends that you can make for like going out and having fun. Is very easy to make friends like those, and that was something we were not having that much in US. We're living much more a secluded kind of lonely life, which I really liked as well, because that made us very bond as a couple. And that's it. That's how we moved here. That's how everything happened. And there you go, the story time. I just wanted to publish an extra story this Friday because I was feeling like it. I'm feeling very energized lately. Probably it's because fall is coming and I'm very excited about it. And that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. As well, if you like everything that you see in this channel, you should follow me on Instagram, because I'm gonna do a contest there very, very soon. I just want fall to start to do the contest, the giveaway, so make sure to follow me there. And that's it. My next video is coming up on Tuesday, and probably it's gonna be a vlog because for the ones who don't know, I moved to a new house outside of the city. I'm gonna reveal where is the house soon enough. I'm gonna say which town it is, and I'm just gonna show around, but for now it's just a secret, so stay tuned on my Instagram for that big reveal. And for now we're just gonna do a small vlog of us going to IKEA and buying all the things that we're missing here at home. And that was it. I've been talking so much. I hope you enjoy your little break from work or whenever you were watching this video, and that's it. Have a great day. Bye.